Yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to give a quick demo of the Proba-2 archive, which we released recently. It's quite a simple self-contained archive, but it does have some new functionalities which some of the other archives don't have. So I'm just going to go through each of the menu options on the left and explain a bit about the functionality and show you. So, well, I'll begin with, we have kind of comprehensive mission documentation, which explains a bit about the mission, and probably the most interesting facts here are the detailed information about the instruments. Yeah, sure. So yeah, and here as well you can download some of the supplementary data products, which yeah, quite useful. And yeah, this for the swap. One of the instruments have some nice pictures of the sun and links to actually be able to download the data for these. So yeah, that's a bit the mission documentation. So yeah, like all the other archives, starting with the search, it's quite a simple search interface, which the criteria is by time and instrument. And then also we have this text box here, which lets you search using wildcards for files that match that. So if you want to search for all the files, say for, I don't know, 2010, you can put this in here and you get back for each of the data types. Yeah, should do. So yeah, the files that match 2010. Yeah, and then once you select one of the instruments, you get some more options, so kind of advanced instrument options. So this is focused around the different types of data that we have, so traditional fixed files, we have different types of movie files and calibration files, and then depending again on what you select here, you get some further options. So in the case of the kind of science products, there's some additional attributes which you can search by to do with pointing, off-pointed, the different types of compression, the exposure of the observation, and different types of capture modes. And then for other, it's the same kind of idea for other instruments, except in this case it's much simpler. It's just the different types of data. So if I just do a search for kind of everything, you see here we have a tab for each type of data. So we start with observations, and we've got quite a mixture of data. So we've got this Earth atmosphere data, which are kind of just text files. We've got some movie files, calibration. So yeah, if I start with the kind of, this should all be quite familiar because it's similar to what we have in the other archives. But here you have the kind of typical metadata display with a postcard, some of the metadata details. If you click the postcard, you get a bigger preview. You can download the image, you can share it. The archive's SAMP enabled, so you can share it via SAMP. And obviously you can download the files. Yeah, and then here you can also download the data or the individual images associated with that fixed file. Again, you can preview, but there's two, so there's different resolutions, so you can preview both of those images. And then, well, so one of the new things which we don't have in other archives is the videos. So from here, you can click and you can play the videos of the sun, which is quite nice. And you can make this big. Yeah, it's quite, yeah. This is a short one, but there's some which are about a minute long. And then similarly, we have different types of videos. These are Carrington rotation movies. So there's two types here, and it's the same kind of layout. And these ones are yellow, which are quite nice. And you can download these videos. Yeah, they come to us already as MP4 files, and we just ingest a bit of metadata, and then we have an endpoint which serves up this video, and that's what the client is using. So yeah, that's a bit the search, and well, results and data download. So we also have a quick look browser, which contains takes a little bit to load. One of the enhancements we want to put is a loading image, but you see that here we have images for one of the instruments, and it's up to date, so 22nd of May, so it's in sync with where we take the data from, and then you can navigate the images using the calendar. You can enter a date here if you know about an event that happened on a certain day, and you can also filter by different instruments. Yeah, and then you can either download just the preview images, or just the data that was used which is associated with these images, or you can download the images and the data as a kind of pack. And then here you can navigate to when the first image, the date of the first image, and also the date of the last image when we have data. Yeah, that's a quick look browser. And then we have the same kind of concept for videos, a video gallery. So again, it jumps to today's date, or the date where you have the latest data. And then we have four types of video here. So there's 2 daily videos, these two at the top, and then the 2 Carrington movies as well, which we have for this day. And again, you can download all the videos, you can download an individual one, or you can also download the fixed files that we use to generate some of these videos. So really it's the same concept as the quick look browser, but for the videos. So if we go to the beginning of the mission, they only actually had one of the videos that day, I think. Yeah, so I think that was the movie. So yeah, next we have one of the things that some users quite like is, as well as we have these kind of nice GUI graphical interfaces, they just want a kind of simple FTP-like view to be able to browse and navigate the data. So we've added this FTP-like interface so that if you don't like GUI so much, you can kind of navigate through and see what kind of data that we have. And then you can download the data, for example, directly from here. And then, yeah, probably finally to conclude, yeah, we have a tap server in Katusa, so we have the kind of standard machine interface and quite comprehensive documentation and examples showing how you can download data and different types of data products. Yeah, there's some examples here. I think that's about it. Well, then we have the other standard links, which are the help and contact information for the archive. So yeah, it's quite a simple archive, but I guess the unique features are the videos and maybe this FTP-like view of the data. That's it, I think.